Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to Xbox On and another week of deals. Let's hop straight into them. We'll kick things off with the baddest, baldest hitman in history. This week you can grab a deal on the Game of the Year edition, which comes with a 3 bonus mission pack containing the Icon, a house built on sand, and landslides. These missions riff on existing locations by adding in new targets and areas. So in Sapienza, for instance, you've now got to head to a movie set and assassinate an actor before his awful superhero film bankrupts the studio. And yes, you can totally steal his supersuit. You basically kill Iron Man. The House Built on Sand mission is also a blinder. It takes place once again in Marrakesh, but this time it's at night and it just adds a whole different ambience to the game. There are new opportunities too, like you can take the place of a local fortune teller for a chance to isolate one of your targets. This edition also contains the Blood Money pack, which includes the signature Blood Money white suit, white rubber duck, and chrome ICA pistol. And as a massive fan of Blood Money on the 360, this is the icing on the cake. They say never trust a man with 2 last names, but I say never trust a man with a number for a last name. And who also kills people. Screen cheating has long been the domain of the nefarious, the underhanded, and the ultimately evil. But in Screen Cheat, the act of peeking at your opponent's screen is positively encouraged. In fact, it's actually impossible to play this first-person shooter without constant glances at what everyone else is up to, because all the players in the game are completely invisible. So the only way to see where they are is to try and see what they can see. I knew my tactics playing local custom games in Halo would pay off eventually. Levels are compact enough that you won't have to search for long before finding someone, and the weapons are one-hit kill, so you only have to guess right once. There's a blunderbuss, a car engine that shoots bouncing plasma balls, a deadly candlestick, and even a teddy bear loaded with explosives. It's properly old school fun, and it rewards you for cheating, which is always fine by me. Seems like my dream game, to be honest. The inky masterpiece is back in 4K resolution. Okami is an action-adventure game set in classical Japanese history, only this is a Japanese history riddled with puzzles, as well as plenty of fighting. A classic diplomacy strategy that. Okami actually combines classic Japanese myths, legends, and folklore to tell the story of how the land of Nippon was saved from darkness by your character, Amaterasu, the Japanese sun goddess who inhabits the form of a legendary white wolf, on a quest to defeat Orochi, an 8-headed demon responsible for absolutely kiboshing the world. But what really sets this game apart is the celestial paintbrush that allows you to manipulate the environment. This can be to help with puzzles like drawing a bridge to cross a gap, for instance, and brawls as well, as you slash through enemy hordes. Honestly though, for me, the biggest reward for progressing in this challenging adventure is the dialogue. This ninja starring hack and slasher based on the 1989 classic was actually from a time before ninjas were allowed to be called ninjas in Europe, hence the whole Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles thing, but everything about Hiryu screams ninja. The cool slashing moves, the high socks, the efficient running style that would see you tip over if you actually tried it for real. Anyway, you're a ninja and there are no two ways about it. And in this game, the Strider organization sends their best assassin, that's you, to kill the villain, Grandmaster Mayo, in the metropolis of Kazakh City. You really get the sense you're an awesome cyborg ninja dude, because unlike other games that start you powered up only to strip away all of your abilities, you actually begin Strider with loads of powers and just earn more as you go. Hiryu's main weapon is his Cypher, a plasma weapon that you can modify by finding upgrades that are hidden across the freely explorable city. No one's ever taken out a robot with this much anger, apart from the time my malfunctioning Roomba threatened my family. One for 360 owners only now, but at less than a $5, this is a steal for one of the best adventure games of recent years. Life is Strange tells the story of Max Caulfield, an 18-year-old photography student who discovers that she has the ability to rewind time. Obviously, the first thing you're going to do is one-up your peers in social situations, which is exactly what Max does when these powers start manifesting. There's one bit early on where she spills a bucket of paint over one of the school's mean girls. I don't know if I'd go that far in real life. I'll just rewind time back 10 seconds so I can choose not to say the bad joke that I said that no one laughed at. Yeah. But it's not all rewriting social no-nos, because there's a storm coming to Max's quiet Oregon town, and that she's the only one who can stop it. If that wasn't enough, there's a kidnapping plot to unravel and an abusive dad to hide from. Man, if I could rewind time, I would be hide and seek champion for a real emotional gut punch of a game that will stick with you long after the credits roll. Life is Strange has got to be played. From Jackbox, a developer specializing in hilarious party games, Drawful 2 is the artistic alternative to the wordy delights of Quiplash. Depending on who you play with, Drawful 2 can be one of the most unpredictable games that you can possibly play. Here, up to 8 players can link up their phone to a single Xbox to use as a sketchbook and then submit their terrible drawings for everyone to see. The rules are one person is given a phrase to draw, say lobster memories, or spilling honey on a man's shoulder, and then everyone else in the party tries to guess what the hell it is. I don't know if you've ever tried to draw spilling honey on a man's shoulder with nothing but your finger, but it's pretty tough. Almost as tough as actually guessing that the mess of lines and splodges on screen is meant to represent spilling honey on a man's shoulder. With the ability to make up your own phrases, giving the game an almost endless replayability, you can get your friends to draw all kinds of liquids on people's shoulders, such as tea, milk, rain, soy milk, lemon juice, almond milk, soup, ink, pancake batter, blood, sap, coffee, Coca-Cola. I mean, I could go on, but you get the idea. It's a great time to be an Arslan fan because the Grand Japanese Historical Fantasy is also reduced this week. If you're unfamiliar with the Arsverse, first came the Heroic Legend of Arslan fantasy novels published in 1986. Next came a 1991 manga, then Arslan got a 2015 TV anime, and now there's Arslan the Warriors of Legend, a cool cel-shaded brawler where you ride around massive battlefields fighting hundreds of soldiers at a time. Plowing through entire armies has never felt more Ars-like, especially since many of the anime's voice actors reprise their roles. As expected from a game that takes its cues from the Dynasty Warriors series, special moves are amazingly extra, seeing you control a variety of characters and using swords, spears, bow and arrows, and magic to wipe out infantry. It's not all single-handed skirmishing though, because you can summon up a division of units and lead a charge through the enemy ranks for Frodo! Oh yeah, sorry, wrong universe. So there we have it guys, those are the deals on Xbox this week. Make sure to let us know what you think down in the comments below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and smash that thumbs up button, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!